anybody feeling a little bit edgy these days? A little bit nervous? A little bit on edge? I've just been standing over here with the other presenters, and I noticed I could tangibly feel an energy in the air that they were nervous about what was going on because they might not have expected so many people to be here. And every day right now, especially here in Arizona, we're bombarded with all these messages about how the economy is falling and our houses are losing value and we're losing our jobs. And what happens, you probably feel it, is that we have this pervasive sense of fear around us. And we're not just sitting around thinking, maybe I won't really be able to have a job with the same amount of money that I make now, or how can I really make up my retirement? We're worried about being 35, divorced, and living in a van down by the river. That's what we worry about. Being homeless and eating garbage out of a dumpster, even if it's not really our reality. So in order to deal with this fear, we're usually told one of two things. Either power it out, get through it, confront it, no pain, no gain, don't feel it, do it anyway. Or relax yourself, let your bones float. Where's my floating bones guy, right? Let it wash over you. And there's wisdom in both of those approaches. I personally think about it a little bit differently. I think that fear actually teaches us. We are wired as human beings to be receiving signals all day, every day that can protect us and keep us fed. And there are layers in our brain which are related to vertebrates, which keep us connected to staying safe. My lizard brain is called Jorge, and he talks to me all day. And he says, your kids are going to fall in a pool and drown, and you might lose your clients, and oh my gosh, what's going to happen with the economy, and our whole community is falling apart. That's what the lizard brain's job is. So as you think about for your own life, the kind of fear you might be carrying around, read those messages. I might lose my job. I think my husband's having an affair. I'm afraid what's going to happen to my kids. And think about what truth might be underlying that. What can you do about it? There's usually some kind of true message that underlies a fear. You're feeling it because there could be a bit of reality there. So the information is one. Once you take that lizard fear that makes you panic and you figure out what you need to do in order to address it, it calms you down and it makes you feel a lot more rational. So you can learn from it. You can grow from that. Fear also connects. And this is a perfect example tonight of how it does. We're all feeling anxiety. And when we feel that, we want to be together. We realize that we need each other. I lived in San Francisco in 1989 in the earthquake, if anybody was there. And for months afterwards, it was amazing. All of a sudden, everybody paid attention to each other. They were cared for each other. They were worried about what was going to happen. They were really paying attention because we all felt that collective earth move, and it was unlike any kind of fear that I've ever experienced in my life. So that connection is a good thing. It brings us together where we need to be. It also reminds us that we need to be gentle with ourselves and we need to be caring and considerate for others. Pretty good outcome to me of fear. Fear also heals. If anybody has ever been through a divorce or a debilitating illness, or if you've lost your job, it brings you to your knees. And what happens, you might not know this as a caterpillar, is they go through their process and they get in their chrysalis. They don't just sit there and grow wings. They totally dissolve into this soup. And they become something completely new when they're reborn as a butterfly. And that's often what happens to us when we're really brought to our knees. So we're stronger, we're different, we're more beautiful. And that's a good thing. We can heal from where we were falling apart. Finally, fear creates action. When I was 5 years old, I went skiing with my dad, and we were in the middle of a snowstorm on top of a hill. And he tried everything to get me to go down the hill because it was dangerous, and I wouldn't do it. Hot chocolate, Barbies, nothing. Finally, he looked at me and he said, "God damn it, get down that hill!" And I got down the hill. And he's never sworn to me before or since. But right now, we have a storm around us. But we are together, and we're going to learn from it, and we're going to grow in new and different ways. So if we're going to get down the hill, we might as well have a good time doing it. So thank you.